Hans, it's the end of your first Super Tournament. What did you think of your play?
In the game or overall?
Overall.
Well, I think I have mixed feelings about my play, obviously, because the beginning was starting, I think my first 4 games I was so happy with. And I think in the first 4 games, I could even scored 4-4 based on the chances, and I was winning in every single one of those games. And then after that, I just, the pressure of playing my first Super Tournament combined with everything, it was a lot to handle, and I wasn't able to manage my nerves, and in many critical moments, I just completely choked. So obviously, the second half was very difficult to play such strong opposition under such pressure on and off the board. But I think, considering the circumstances, the fact that I have survived is a miracle. So I'm very happy with, at least maybe not this game, but it's over. And okay, 50% if you include the Magnus win. With considering the circumstances, I think is a very good result, and I think that if I could play with a clear mind and no drama, I'm sure I would have done much better.
Before the tournament, did you imagine yourself scoring 50% in the first try against these 2,700 plus?
I imagine scoring higher than that. So,
what did you feel about some of the other games? Pressure got to you. Do you feel that was the reason that you weren't able to get some good positions?
Of course, it's. Immediately after round 4, my routine was ruined. I was barely sleeping. I was waking up much later than usual. My preparation suffered. I was much less calm. I was extremely nervous and anxious at the board because when you're playing chess, you need to only be thinking about chess, and you simply can't afford to think about anything else, especially playing at such a high level. So I think I'm at least happy that I showed my ability to play under normal circumstances, as we saw in these first 4 games, which were, I think, amazing, to be honest. And after that, I guess I went into survival mode. And okay, I lost these 2 games against Wesley and Fabiano with white, and that I should absolutely have never lost these games. I think at Fabiano, maybe there were like 4 junctions where I could have. I had like 4 chances to just, shut things down. Even more, and I failed at every single attempt just because my mind wasn't in the right place. And against Wesley, this is just completely uncalled for. And, okay, when your opponent plays the Petrov, you should not be losing.
You survived the tournament. It's over for you in the Sinquefield Cup. You were the center of a very tumultuous event. What are you going to do next?
Well, I guess now that the tournament is over, it's time to reflect on the chess, first of all, and to reflect on many things that had happened. And my next classical event is the US Championship, so of course I'm looking forward to that. And I just hope to have a day where I can not look at social media and just enjoy life and be relaxed and have a clear mind. So I'm hoping that I'm looking forward to some peace. And I guess we'll see how things move forward.
You have several weeks until the US Championship gets started. You're going to be playing some of these top players there as well. What are you going to be doing in those weeks to prepare yourself mentally?
Well, I think that having time to recover, first of all, will be really important. Second of all, I think just having a stable routine is really important. In this tournament, in the first few rounds, I was going to sleep at like 9:30 p.m. And I was waking up quite early. I would go swim laps for about a half an hour. Then I would eat at around the exact same time. I would prepare. It was also structured and also disciplined. And that kind of collapsed at some point in the event, and that had a very detrimental effect. And what you do off the board and how you prepare for the games mentally, physically, is extremely important, especially at this level of play. So I wasn't able to maintain that routine, but I think that with more physical exercise, with more training, and again, the experience from this event, I think will be really, really important because it's my first Super Tournament Classical, and I think that there are a lot of sort of tweaks that come into Super Tournament chess.
Speaking specifically about the chess, considering this is your first Super Tournament, what did you notice you need to change?
Well, I definitely need to be more risk averse. If you have a spectrum and you compare me and Wesley, I would say that that is certainly a parabolic. He's extremely risk averse, and I've noticed that each player is always extremely strong, but I've noticed differences in how they make certain decisions at certain moments. So obviously against Wesley, when I played this move h4, allowing at h5, I think that any strong player would have simply, okay, take on f6, take on d5, I'm never going to lose the game ever. And that is a very, let's say, professional approach. And these types of conscious decisions will prevent all unnecessary losses. And if you look at the losses in this tournament, it's not like I was completely dominated and outplayed. They were completely self-inflicted. The loss against White with Wesley was self-inflicted. The loss against White against Fabi was completely self-inflicted with this insane move g4. So the losses that I'm not losing, I'm losing because I'm losing objectivity, losing my calm, and not avoiding risk. And that's simply the name of the game. Like, you look at a guy like Dominguez, this guy is so risk averse, and it's really difficult to beat them. They're not going to win a lot of games, but the important thing, from my opinion, is just to take your chances, and the chances will come if you just, like, if you can play 9 games and never be lost. That's statistically you're going to win some games.
Do you feel this is a residue from playing so many opens and so many people that are lower rated than you?
No, of course, yeah. The play style needs to adapt, and that has been a really weird process, because when you gain so much rating so quickly and you're adapting from different tournament structures, the tournament structure really requires a different type of chess. For example, these guys shape their entire repertoire around simply forcing a draw in the most concrete manner. Some players do it, some players don't. But if you look at, like, Jan, for example, his repertoire with black is he wins a lot of games with black, but it's not that hard to force a draw against him with white, and a lot of players are like this. So perhaps I need to adjust, because if you play super slow openings, right, you make yourself much less of a target. But I guess I'll find my style, and I'll find what I like to play, and. But I think that I need a little bit of Wesley. I need to, because that complete risk aversion and really making sure no blunders happen is something that I think would benefit me a lot to balance out my ambition and fighting spirit.
The next super tournament you're going to play is the U.S. Championship. We can definitely call it a super tournament. What place are you expecting to get in it?
I'm expecting to play my best chess and to improve upon this, and if this is any representation of my potential, I think that the U.S. Championship is going to be even more impressive, considering this experience and considering that I think I'm going to be in a much better mental place during that event.
Right. Tell us a little bit about the winner of the Grand Chess Tour. You've got to play here in this tournament, Alireza Firouzja, that is. What do you think of his chess?
He's pretty good, yeah. We actually, I've known him, not known him, but we played actually in the under-12 in World Youth in Greece. So I was always familiar with him, and he was sort of, we're actually born one day apart.
Oh, that's funny.
So he's always been the leading my year, and then obviously now the entire junior generation. So I think he's a representation of, first of all, how this fresh, ambitious chess can be so dominating. And also just to show that he's an amazing work ethic and extremely talented. So, but as you see from him as well, sometimes in the candidates he was taking a ridiculous amount of risk for no reason. And so I think I guess the younger players need to be more professional in some respects, because I think that some of these top 10 guys would never in their minds play some of the moves that at least I played, because they're just. They would never think of even taking any risk, because it's just the smartest way to play.
Yasser, I'm being told, has a question to jump in with.
Actually, I have two. First of all, the tumult that occurred off the board, that was terrible, but at least it provided us with 2 moments of gaiety. I want to say, one, you were coming into the playing hall with some chewing gum, man, and like, you got wanted on that chewing gum like it was, the high secrets. And then the other one was yesterday, we had a quad of ladies who showed up to express their great support. Your reflections, first of all, with the ladies.
I actually found it after the game. I did not notice that. Yeah, that was certainly an interesting surprise. And I saw someone made a Reddit post about that. You know, someone really is desperate for Reddit karma.
Yes, it's very important numbers.
Like Alejandro, I've seen him, he's farming Reddit karma like crazy, you know, as a commenter.
Oh, yes.
And he finally saw the chance to post. Because you've just been lurking in the Reddit comments for a while now. I think that is the first time in chess that that's ever happened. And as I said in my interview with Anastasia, I think that this tournament will go down in history. And I think when people look back on my career, and I'm going to have a very, very long career.
It's apparently on the screen. I was definitely farming the Reddit
Yeah,
upvotes.
you really looked like you were enjoying yourself there. I think.
I had to run because we have a 7-minute break between here at the studio.
And that is the only time I've seen you run, Alejandro. Even when
You know what? We played tennis. I made you run.
No. Even when we play tennis, you don't run.
Excuse me. Who won? Who won that match?
Is that it? Because you play tennis like Wesley plays chess.
Risk averse.
You just like, but the thing is that you can't run, so
Excuse me,
you're very smart with the placement. I'll tell you, the placement, you're hitting to my backhand every single time, and you got lucky. It was our first set, and hadn't played in like a year.
Technique too strong. The tennis speaks for itself. There's so many things I can say right now. Incredible.
Yeah, but okay. The main point is obviously this is the highlight of your commentary. You're waiting just for this moment, right?
Yes.
Finally, in chess, it's an interesting concept because if you look at a lot of major sports, this is certainly a common thing, right? Mm-hmm. But chess, to have like groupies, is a bit, or fangirls, if that term is denominatory, is certainly unique. And personally, I think it's interesting for chess. I don't know what to say here. Thank you for being my fans, and I will definitely not cut my hair now because I really love my hair, and the previous times I've cut it were all by influence of a girl, so I'm not going to let that mistake repeat itself.
Hans, you have fabulous hair. Everybody knows curly hair is the best hair.
Yes, it does.
Hans, I have to echo what you said. This will go down as a tournament in history above anything else. I have done commentary for the Sinquefield Cup since it started in 2013, and never have I seen the amount of attention that this one has gotten. And is there anything that you would finally like to add?
Well, first of all, the fact that I'm even playing this tournament was pure chance. There was a last-minute dropout, and then I was selected, which was not guaranteed, and then I made a trip from Turkey, very far and very tiring. So the fact that the last 3 weeks seem like it's parallel universe, it doesn't make any sense to me, because this wild card to Miami for no reason, and even there, chess speaks for itself, and that went crazy. And the last, it just felt like quite crazy. But I'm very thankful, first of all, to Rex and Jeannie Sinquefield for everything they've done in chess. Like this invitation will definitely have a significant impact on my career, and we'll see if that is positive or negative, and that's to be determined. But I'm just very happy to play this tournament, and I wish that I could have done better, but I think that I showed that I can play with the best of the best, and regardless of the result, I think that that's something that no one can deny.
Hans, we will see you very soon here at the U.S. Championships. Can't wait for those games to start. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hans. Indeed, our congratulations for your success in